What is happening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of GKDR, Good Kraken's Death Ratio. I am your host, Dis with the Mostest this evening, Garrick B. Eaton, and I am joined by, as always, my partner in crime, Devin Stanford Brevin, the dude. Welcome to episode 59. How are you? But we are talking about RPG Barbenheimer. Nintendo's going to find that leak. The rumors were true, and much, much more. Because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio. Where you, no, not you. We're slashing through the podcast space to be your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live each and every week. If you want to get ahead on the curve, get ahead on the curve? Get ahead of the curve. If you want to get ahead of the curve, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Good Kraken Pods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. Devin,
Review.
this Korean cream soda is fucking delicious.
Oh, that sounds really good. I just realized I didn't grab anything to drink. Oh well.
Yeah, it's apple flavored and it slaps.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Do you want to know what else slaps?
Some
critical hits.
The critical hits. I don't have the thing ready. It's fine.
Damn.
Yeah, you wanted
It's
it.
fine.
Yeah, because I just realized I was muted up until about 2 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, switching to this just really threw me off my game, man.
Mm-hmm. 2 times you've done that to me, Devin. 2 times.
Yep.
2 times
Yeah,
you've done
it's okay. I'm just gonna edit straight to the intro. I'm gonna do your introduction and then I'm gonna stitch it because I'm good like that.
You're ridiculous. But hey, you guys can check out all the other ridiculous nonsense we have by going to goodkraken.com, where you can see all of our merchandise and the latest episode, including the latest episode of 20,000 Films, the podcast that is apparently too good for episode numbers. They did their Sinners review. I don't know what episode it is because, well, they don't have episode numbers anymore.
They're so
I'm not
pretentious over there. Everybody trying to say that people don't put episode numbers on their show. Dude, everybody puts episode numbers on their fucking podcast shows. Shut up.
Yeah, like us, like on our other podcast, episode 165 of the Shipwreck Show,
and
is also available.
Yeah, Good Kraken's podcast, Death Ratio, and trying to take this pretentious route. Come on, dude. I don't know what they're doing.
And also, episode 11 of Songs of the Abyss is also available.
Yeah, episode 11. I'm going to look something up right now because there's a podcast that I follow called The Filmcast. And if they have episode numbers on their shows, I'm just going to take a screenshot and send it to Ernell.
Like, you're not doing it right. But you can be doing the right thing. Because everybody does episode numbers.
Episode 820, Sinners.
Yeah. I'm secretly keeping episode numbers still.
Oh no, we are. We're not getting rid of it.
Yeah, no. They're literally on the weekly schedule. I'm not getting rid of it. But yeah, the latest episode, episode 60, I think it's 61. Which, don't quote me on that, but it's 61 or 62. Whichever episode it's Sinners Review. That's available now. Spoilers, go fucking see that movie. I wasn't even on that review episode, and you should go fucking see that shit. I wouldn't just saw it on my own the same weekend. Devin, you fucking need to go see that shit. It was.
I need
oh my god, it was so good.
I need to see it.
One more reminder? I think no. The 29th will be the last time we remind you guys of this. But hey, live stream GK pods are no more, but we'll still be doing gameplay and live special events. Like Devin, probably gonna end up playing some of that sweet headlining topic later on.
Oh, 100%. And there's another game that comes out at the end of the week. And to tell you the truth, I'm probably gonna we're definitely gonna be bringing back some splash damage, but you're probably gonna see me streaming on my personal page a lot too here soon.
Oh yeah, and we'll be talking a little bit about that here shortly as we get into our next segment. Not that segment, but that's 2 segments from now, or is it 1 segment. It's coming up. But next we do have a different segment, and Devin, tell people what that is, please.
Absolutely. We have another segment, which is what I like to call every time I look at Garrick, he's just in my line of sight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is our segment where we're talking about video games that are coming out, guys. I have like a fucking burp that's stuck. Do you ever get that, Devin?
No.
We're just like chilling in there, dude. It's not great.
I just let it out.
Wow, rub it in, my guy. Rub it in. Hey, we're talking about games that are coming out this week. From the date of this recording, which is April 22nd, 2025, to April 28th of 2025, and yeah, I'm scrolling to that now because I wasn't prepared and didn't have the link.
Oh my god, I just realized something.
What did you realize?
3 episodes of Andor came out today too.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Oh my god. It's a good week to be a nerd, man. It's a good, like, these last couple weeks between Last of Us, Daredevil,
the 28th. Okay, we're good.
Andor.
All right, so here's what we have coming up. I'm pretty sure I burped directly into my fucking microphone. Oopsies. Anyways, what's coming out is Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3. So many questions. That's going to be available on PC April 22nd.
I pointed that one out last week.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, that's weird. It's still weird. Post Trauma on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. On PlayStation on PlayStation's 22nd. No, sorry, April 22nd. We have Steel Steed, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC on April 22nd. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered on PlayStation 5.
These are all
XS,
today, by the way, as of the
PC,
recording.
Yes, as this recording on April 22nd. Yes, they are available currently now. Starting on the 23rd, Once Human will be available on iOS and Android, currently only available on Steam, I believe. Once Upon a Puppet will be available on PlayStation 5, XS, Switch, and PC on the 23rd. Sunderfolk will be available on PlayStation 5, XS, Switch, and PC on April 23rd. I'm fucking really excited for that one personally. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 will be available on PlayStation 5, XS, and PC on April 24th. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, will be on PlayStation 5, XS, PlayStation 4, and PC on the 24th. Tempest Rising will be on PC on April 24th. The 100 Line Last Defense Academy will be on Switch and PC the 24th. Days Gone Remastered on PlayStation 5 on April 25th. I have that pre-ordered. La Quimera will be on PC on April 25th. And World of Goo 2 will be on PlayStation 5 April 25th. And those are the games coming out in the next week, Devin.
So, I was just going over our fantasy draft.
Yep.
Because I was interested to see where this would fall since it says remastered. And there's a flag next to it. After extensive Discord debate, we have decided that this is a remake despite the name. It is not going to change for Oblivion. because it's in a new engine. So, yep, it is considered a remake.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that later, more specifically.
Mm-hmm. But DJ counterpick that. He's going to have a really bad time.
Yeah, that might be a rough one. That might be a rough one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you drafted that, Devin?
I did. I did.
That's okay. I got Silk Song.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, my list is full, and I'm actually pretty proud of my list. I have some good things on there. You know, I got Metal Gear Solid. I got Judas. I have Marvel 1943. That's probably not coming out this year, so I probably messed up on that one. You know, but
that one I think can still go either way. Maybe a holiday release, but I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah. I don't think that one's gonna come out. I'm just being honest. But I got the unannounced.
I would love it to come out.
3D Mario platformer, and Doug Bowser, the head of Nintendo, just said, if you're waiting for a 3D Mario, you will not have to wait that long. So I think that's going to be their holiday game. And
hell yeah, probably.
And then I got Mario Kart World. I know that one's going to do miles for me, honestly. And then I got Hell Is Us. I got Replaced. I got Mecha Break. I got Donkey Kong Bonanza. I got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake. Like, I'm set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm set.
Yep, you got a good draft for the year.
Yep. No, I'm happy with it. And I counterpick Dune Awakening, and I counterpick Gears of War E-Day. Because E-Day's not...
E-Day's just probably not going to release
it's not this year. No.
And Dune Awakening got delayed till June, so not great signs.
Yeah. And that's supposed to be an early access game anyways, isn't it?
Ooh, yeah, I do believe it is early access on PC first. You're right.
Yeah, I counterpick those just to lock purposely.
Yep.
Anyways, I was just looking at that.
Small side tangent about our fantasy critic, because we do check in on that every once in a while. But yeah, some interesting games and some big games coming out,
dude.
With more than a few remasters and some interesting indie titles along the way.
I am so excited for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Like I was saying earlier, like what a time to be a nerd. Like what a time to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. So I'm really excited for Sunderfolk personally. I'm big on Sunderfolk.
Yeah, Sunderfolk looks good.
Xander sent me a video of Matt Mercer and a few other folks playing that in like a 2-hour campaign episode. Dude, I want to play it so bad.
Are we supposed to be getting Towerborn soon, or did that already come out and that just go over?
No, Towerborn is soon. I think next week, maybe the 8th. It is coming out very soon in early access. I literally just saw it pre-installed on my Xbox like this afternoon.
Yeah, because that's a game that I know you and I were talking about playing together.
Dude, it literally it is a side-scrolling looter shooter. That's exactly what they said it is.
Yeah.
Except for it's a looter brawler. That was the term they used, a looter brawler.
I'm all about that. But yeah, dude, I am pumped. I am pumped on these last couple weeks because, like I said, we had the Daredevil finale. We had the Last of Us premiere, as well as episode 2 of The Last of Us.
Dude, I have not gotten around to that yet. I need to.
You should. We got South of Midnight.
Such a fucking good game, dude. Such a fucking good game.
And we get 3 episodes of Andor season 2 and Oblivion remastered in the same day. And then at the end of the week, we get Clair Obscur Expedition 33. What a time to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like
we eating good
dude,
right now,
I'm eating so good. I'm eating so good right now. But speaking of eating good, Garrick.
Oh yeah. We are heading on into our next segment where some people are gonna be eating better than others because fucking Nintendo's out here garnishing motherfuckers' wages over leaks and crazy shit. But hey, we're gonna be talking about what that specifically means here in the next minute because we're headed to the minute where we get into our news segment. Folks, we have two news stories for you guys this evening. Things that we feel are simply noteworthy, worth bringing up, game launches, news announcements, seasonal developments, industry announcements, delays, the hubbub. Things that pique our interest, and we could have a little discuss around that.
A little discussy wussy?
Little discussy wussy. We're going to have a little discussy wussy here in a second over Nintendo is trying to subpoena Discord over massive Pokemon leak. This is coming from Josh Broadwell at GameSpot. And my name is Garrick. Nintendo issued a subpoena request to a California court that, if approved, would require Discord to provide Nintendo the identity of the Pokemon Terra Leaker. Terra Leak is the moniker Pokemon fans have given to the mass leak from October 2024 that reportedly included not just information about Game Freak and the Pokemon Company's upcoming projects, such as Pokemon Legends Z to A, but personal information about Game Freak employees as well. The leak also included data from the past Pokemon games, including concept art and scrapped designs. Nintendo owns approximately 33% of Pokemon, with Game Freak and the Pokemon Company owning the other 2/3. Polygon obtained a copy of Nintendo's court filing, which shows the company requested the leaker's name, address, phone number, and email address. Nintendo also provided redacted images taken from a Discord server called Freak Leak, where the leaker, who went by Game Freak Out on the platform, posted 1 terabyte of information.
Oh my god.
Taken from Game Freak's internal servers. The image Nintendo provided in the court filing showed Game Freak Out posting a file containing the leaked data and a message telling the group members to quote-unquote enjoy. Nintendo used DMCA takedown notices in an attempt to remove the stolen data, though it remains publicly available online. While the company hasn't indicated an intent to sue the Pokemon leaker, Nintendo has a history of seeking litigations against those whose actions it's perceived as a business threat. Gary Bowser, for example, was arrested on federal charges of fraud for his part of creating and selling tools to hack the video game consoles, including the Nintendo Switch, so people could play the games on their devices without paying for them. Bowser was released from prison, but owes Nintendo $10 million in compensation and has 25% of his monthly income garnished to pay the settlement.
Jesus Christ. So his last name is Bowser. Does he have any relation to Doug Bowser, who's the head of Nintendo?
I don't. That would be wild.
Honestly, like, how many people actually have Bowser as the last name, and where does that even originate from? Was that changed?
I've met a few people with that as a last name.
Really?
For whatever reason, it's not wildly uncommon. No,
I've never seen it. Never.
Yeah, I have a couple of. Damn, I'm tired. Sorry. I have a couple of students that have that as a last name. No relation either.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know I don't even know what the origin of that last name is. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's maybe I have had an abnormal experience with that. But no. This is very Nintendo behavior. Obviously, if they get that person's information, they're gonna fucking sue the shit out of them, right?
Like 100%.
There's no way it's not happening. Like Nintendo be suing people when you harm their anything. If the fact that Game Freak's like employees leak, god damn, I'm tired. Sorry, trying so hard not to yawn.
You're good.
I got the great Eepee, the Dark Souls weapon. And did you actually see any of the information from this leak specifically?
Not a single thing. This is the first I'm hearing about it, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really, dude? There was so much. That was how we got first found out about Pokemon Z to A before it got like officially announced. I do remember hearing about that. I do remember seeing concept designs. Obviously, I didn't get into like the actual files. I just saw like random Reddit leaks and like other things that kind of spread onto the greater web. Uh,
Mm.
and obviously, a lot of that was video game related. I did not see anybody's personal information. I don't fucking doubt for a goddamn second that that was included in this information. But I didn't see any of that. So it seems like that was mostly contained to the Discord server and whoever just like downloaded that direct file or
Yeah.
files. Because, you know, with it being a terabyte of information, there's no way that was a fucking single upload. I don't know, man. Game Freak out, dude. You better change your address and your name and your phone number, and because Nintendo will find you and you are gonna go to prison for federal charges of some nonsense, and then you're gonna owe them $10 million of compensation, and they're gonna garnish your fucking wages 25%. Yeah, do you want to be that guy?
I don't want to
think
be
you do.
that guy. I don't
No,
think any of
dude.
us want to be
I don't.
that guy.
I there's like certain things like I don't know. Like I have indifferent feelings about leaks in general. Like I don't hate them. Obviously, like doxing people is I do believe doxing people is not okay. And obviously, if you are sharing personal information about people's whereabouts on a public forum, that's not a right. But like, as far as like video game leaks, I don't give a fuck if that happens. Like, I'm indifferent. Um, I think it's
Agreed.
cool when companies are able to keep their games and their projects secret and like make it a big unveiling. Like I'm proud for companies like when they can manage to do that. But when shit gets leaked, which happens on a fairly regular basis these days because the internet is a ridiculous place, I'm like never shocked. And if it's something I don't want to see, I just generally won't look for it. Um, but like, dude, you better believe I've like looked for concept art and leaks and all that shit at video games at one point or another to see if I could find information about stuff. I look up Pokemon leaks all the time. All the time I look up Pokemon leaks. That's probably one of the leaks I look for the most because Pokemon leaks shit all the time.
I just haven't paid attention to Pokemon that much ever since I realized that they're terrible at making their own video games.
You're right. They absolutely are terrible. I've just always kind of had like a soft spot in my soft.
Spart.
I didn't say
A
yeah,
soft
but I
spart.
don't know. Yeah, I don't. That didn't come out of my mouth. A soft spot in my heart. There we go.
A soft
For
spart.
Pokemon. Yeah, dude, my brain was not braining there for a second, but and I think that's why I keep an eye on these leaks. I do know Pokemon leaks are just a very popular web subject, which is why I kind of chose to talk about this today. I know plenty of people that engage in these sorts of leaks and Nintendo leaks in general.
So I do pay attention to leaks, but the kind of stuff I pay attention to is our headlining topic because I was so convinced that this was coming out. I was paying so close attention to this that I drafted this shit months ago. Months
Yeah, you
ago.
did.
Yeah. So I was on top of it. So like I pay attention to leaks, but just I'm more in like the RPG space, like like the massive RPG space is what I look into a lot.
Yeah, I kind of keep an eye
That and
on
Marvel.
just like leaks in general. Yeah, you keep an eye on Marvel shit way more than me. I do not give a fuck about movie leaks.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't look for movie leaks. I look for like what are they doing next. You know what I mean? That's what I look for. I've been pretty good about that. I've found some cool stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This obviously, it's just like this is one of those stories about Nintendo doing Nintendo things,
Mm-hmm.
where they're going to try to get compensation in the form of monetary return, as they always do, when they feel they've been wronged. And Nintendo feels like they've been wronged a lot. But you want to know what's not so wrong? Our next topic. Devin, will you take it away?
Absolutely. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 publisher acknowledges the Barbenheimer energy of releasing the same week as Oblivion Remastered. I live with that. This is from Rebecca Valentine over at IGN. And my name might be Devin. So who's excited to play the latest AAA fantasy RPG made in Unreal Engine 5 coming to Xbox and Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC at launch? Heck yeah. I too am stoked for Clair Obscur Expedition 33 or The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. With Bethesda finally getting around to officially revealing the shadow dropping its long rumored and often leaked Oblivion Remaster, RPG fans this week now have a difficult choice between spending hundreds of hours in Cyrodiil or embarking on an expedition to take down the murderous paintress in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And while it's certainly not unheard of for two same genre games to release the same week, the similarities between the two are provoking both joyful and frustrated reactions from RPG fans, as well as a cheeky comment from Clair Obscur publisher Kepler Interactive. In an X/Twitter post, Kepler shared an edited image of the characters of Clair Obscur walking into an Oblivion gate with the text, "Oh my god, it's like Barbenheimer," and a humorous nod to the simultaneous release of the films Barbie and Oppenheimer in theaters on the same day in 2023. It's nice that Kepler is good natured about it because some fans seem a little confused, even torn on the two games coming out at the same time. Unlike Barbie and Oppenheimer, which appealed to very different audiences, Clair Obscur and Oblivion seemingly have a decent amount of overlap within the fantasy RPG audience, leading to a number of individuals questioning which one they should play first, or if they should skip one or play the other entirely. A few are also criticizing Microsoft, which owns Oblivion developer Bethesda, and which has heavily backed Clair Obscur since its reveal at the Xbox showcase last year. Though Microsoft is presumably not in control of Clair Obscur's release date, we've known it since January, and Xbox has likely known it even longer, and could have conceivably pushed Oblivion earlier or later to make room for both games to breathe. Still, it's not all bad. Ultimately, what RPG fans are getting to is two solid looking AAA RPGs, both coming to Game Pass as well as PlayStation and PC, and both of which seemingly promise many, many hours of adventure. So, why not simply play both? Which is exactly what I would say. Also, Clair Obscur is not a Microsoft game. It's not. They paid money to get it on Game Pass, but it is also not a Microsoft game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did not publish Clair Obscur. This is a completely different company. And I can tell you right now, I bet you Bethesda still has a lot of like, no, we want to come out with this now. I guarantee you, like Bethesda still has that kind of pull with their games, 100%.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you think
Yeah.
that Bethesda was like? Do you think this was their original release date all along?
I think it very may could have
Or
been
do you
because
think they were pushed?
something like this took years of planning to do, because as we saw from the trailer, which I'm going to throw that on in the background because we're going to be talking about Oblivion a lot moving forward. So let's get this on here going in the background here while we talk about this. With the update that they did to this game, this had to take years to do. It had to, because they did the animations, they did a lot of asset replacement, they did new character models, they did a whole overhaul and a completely new engine than what the game was originally built in. You know, so this had to take years of planning. Now, I think personally that Bethesda wanted to come out with this now because there is as they've been working on this, there is the modded version of Sky Oblivion as well. And I think Bethesda wanted to get this out.
Yeah, I think they needed to get it out before Sky Oblivion mod released.
Yeah, I think they needed to get this out. And that was their the way that they were looking at it. And it looks great. And like it's still a little looks a little bit like an older game, but this looks fantastic. Like, I just want to say, as somebody who's excited for both games, they are still two very different kind of RPGs. Very different. One's, first person massive open world game. The other is a linear story that does have an overworld, but it is more akin to like a classic Final Fantasy game, like Final Fantasy 9 or Final Fantasy 8.
Yeah, very different styles of
Very different
RPG.
RPGs, very different. And I think there is room for both of those games to exist. I know me
Absolutely.
myself, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be playing both of these games. I have games that I have been playing that I have not beaten, but I'm going to be playing both of these games. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
these games speak to me on a very personal level, which is I know is why you chose me to read this story. I am not
100%.
at all worried about these coming out within the same time frame. Also, this game has been getting leaked so much over the last like few months and rumored
Yeah,
and
I
talked
remember
about so
seeing
much.
the guard screen, the Imperial Guard screenshots getting leaked.
Yeah, I think they had to put this out because of the way that the leaks were happening and the rumors were happening because it was accelerating to a point where eventually we were about to just get a video of the game. So Bethesda was like, "No, we got to have that reveal." You know.
You think it was
Like,
controlled leaks?
huh?
You think it was controlled leaks?
Mm, no.
That'd be pretty correct. No,
I
you don't think
think
so?
I
Okay.
think it was on accident because Virtuoso,
Virtuoso. I don't know. I'm not 100
Virtuoso,
percent sure.
the let me check because they had Bethesda worked on it in partnership um with another developer. Let's see if I can find that information here for you. Virtuous. So
Virtuous.
what happened with the major leak is Virtuous accidentally uploaded some screenshots to their on like games that they've worked on, because they have been like a support studio
Oh yeah.
and people got word of it, and as soon as they found out that they did that, the whole website actually got shut down. Like it turned into a 404 error. Like you could not go to the website.
Oh
So
shit.
so I think this was a complete accident. Whether they were planning to release it this week or not, I think it was accelerated by the amount of people talking about the rumors and the leaks coming out. Because like I listened to the Xcast IGN. I listened to that podcast with Ryan McCaffrey and Michael Hyam,
Hmm.
who has been on our show before, actually. Who has been on the Good Kraken podcast. Um but I listened to them, and even Ryan McCaffrey's like, I think this was a complete accident because he's like, I've done the same thing at IGN before where I've posted stuff I wasn't supposed to post yet.
Yo shit. Yeah,
So
dude. I'm. Like mistakes fucking happen.
yeah.
I'm sure there are plenty of leaks that are honest mistakes.
Mm, yeah. And I like I said, total Barbenheimer effect, I'm here for it. I am 100% here for that because dude, I already know that both these games are going to make me
Dude, you can
feel
literally
wonderful.
just play Oblivion all the way up until like Clair Obscur releases and just roll right into it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. You can play two games at once. You don't only have to play one video game.
Yeah,
Like it
just play more
I
than one.
when I play
It's all
games, I
good.
bounce
I
around
juggle
between a
games
few.
all the time.
Like
All the time I juggle games.
so I'm playing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds, and now I'm adding Oblivion and freaking
You better keep playing Monster Hunter Wilds.
play with me and I will. That's I never play that game by myself. That's the game I like to play with friends, you know.
Say when.
Fucking win. Actually, it's not going to be tonight. It's going to be Oblivion tonight. Yeah, it's Oblivion tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, since we don't have
I'll be
anything.
down. Wait, no, wait. What's it's today? No, today's what
Tomorrow's the
fucking day is it?
23rd.
Today's Tuesday. Never mind. We're good. I was thinking. I have a fucking concert tomorrow, but no, I have a concert on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably be down. I should probably be down.
Yeah, we'll play tomorrow
for some Monster Hunter tomorrow,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah. But yeah, no. I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing at all. I think there is enough like physical days in between the two releases that it's going to be all good. I think there's going to be these are very different styles of RPGs. I agree with Devin completely. And I think I think it's just like one of those all around really good things. I feel like the gamers are eating well right now, and like don't complain that we have great options. I feel like Clair Obscur is going to be one of those titles that you more than likely, I could be wrong. Obviously, I know shit all about the narrative, but I have a feeling it's going to be one of those games you beat one time and be like, "That was great," and then it'll just be that experience. Where Oblivion will just kind of be like, Skyrim, where you play the ever loving shit out of it just whenever you have that itch to scratch, and then when you're done with it, you put it down. But like the nice thing about those kinds of games, specifically like RPGs like Oblivion, is you can literally just put that save file down for freaking months and just be like, I want to play Oblivion, and just boot that shit back up, and it's like nothing changed.
Yep.
So like it literally, because nothing will have changed, because that's just the beauty of video games. Like I love RPGs like that where like it doesn't like they don't and like I feel like games like older RPGs like Oblivion don't really fuck with your time. Like it's just like, hey, like go do the shit, and then like you hit the ground running fairly quickly. So yeah, I feel like this is just one of those generally all around great things. Like the more games, the better. What's up, Devin?
I have an update to this because actually I'm going to talk about this in our headlining subject because we'll dive into this actually. I'm going to see if I can find this story. But yeah, are both these games that you're going to be playing?
Dude, funnily enough, while I am very happy that they are both releasing, and I think that they are both great things, I think there is a fair chance I don't end up playing either of them.
Really? Not either or? Really?
Not either of them.
Not even Clair Obscur, especially with the cast and everything. Like that game, let me put it for you this way. That game
that's one of those games I'm probably going to download, and I'll give it like a couple hours to see how I feel about it, and we'll see what happens. Every once in a while, turn-based games or in games in that like genre, in that wheelhouse, will surprise me, and I will find myself wanting to complete them. I've done it, a few times. Like there was this other game on Game Pass recently that I really liked. It was like a hand-drawn turn-based RPG about with fuck, I legitimately cannot remember the name. It was great, but it had one of those Bravely Default ass false endings, and it pissed me off.
Was it Octopath Traveler?
No, it wasn't Octopath, although that's a fantastic game. Shit.
I will say Clair Obscur is already greenlit for a live action movie.
Chris Tales. It was called Chris Tales.
Okay. But yeah,
it's a hand-drawn RPG.
Yeah, Clair Obscur already got greenlit for a live action movie.
Did it really? Yeah. I guess that doesn't necessarily shock me, given like the cast. Do you think that like the people voicing them will end up being in the movie, or do you think it'll be cast as others?
I think it'd go 50-50. I think they would be a fool to not cast the game cast because like Jennifer English is phenomenal. Andy Serkis is phenomenal. Charlie Cox, phenomenal. Ben Starr, phenomenal. Like you can't make a movie and not have them in it because I don't think that other people will live up to their performances in the game. Wholeheartedly, I say that just off of their merit and their skill and how they can portray their characters and anything.
Dude, I really hope that they deliver great voice acting in the video game. I know there are times when actors. I mean, obviously, a lot of these individuals are also are just voice actors or voice actors for
well,
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying.
Ben Starr and
It's a
Jennifer
mixed cast.
English,
Are voice actors, but
yeah.
Andy Serkis obviously not worried about. But I don't know if I really hope that Charlie Cox does a good job because
I think he's
I've
gonna
not
take
seen
it
him do
seriously.
voice acting work. Well, I don't think it's not so much a taking it serious thing. It's like it's a slightly different set of acting tools from voice acting from physical acting, and I don't know. I maybe he is great at voice acting and he's done projects that I'm not aware of. I'm absolutely not bashing on him. I fucking love Charlie Cox. I think he is fantastic as Daredevil.
He's British and he comes from a theater background in London too.
I didn't know about the theater background, so
yeah. So I think he'll do great. I'm actually pretty stoked to see how that game turns out. And I will be playing that day one as well. I will say everything I've heard from people who got to play the game, media and stuff like that and press, everybody that's played it says it's phenomenal. Like phenomenal. Like one of the best RPGs they've ever played, even in the demo. Like
that's high
huge.
praise. There's lots of good
That
RPGs out there. Like I
I
said, it's probably one of those games I will probably boot up and try. As far for Clair Obscur, I could genuinely go either way on Oblivion. Well, obviously we're gonna get into that more here in a second. I'll take my time to go into higher depth there. As to why I may or may not play it, but that's a 50-50. I'm undecided. I
mhm,
installed it, but that doesn't necessarily. I install a lot of fucking games, Devin. I might not boot
yeah.
up shit.
How was the download on the console?
Fucking huge.
Huge. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it
it
was
was
like
like
96 gigs.
120. It was 120 gigs on PC, and I
Yeah,
downloaded that before we did this. I think I'm gonna download it on my console while I play it on PC, and then once it's
fair enough.
downloaded on my console, I'm gonna go to my living room and I'm gonna play it in 4K.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But why don't we jump
but yeah,
right into it?
two new games coming out. We think it's a good thing. The more the merrier here. But folks, it's time to just roll right on into our last segment here. We're getting straight into the end game. And guys, you might have guessed it and figured it out already, but the rumors are true. It's happened. Not only did Bethesda unveil today their in-depth uh, gameplay and overhaul review or in-depth what's the word I'm looking for here,
Reveal.
reveal that, yes, thank you, in-depth reveal of the Elder Scroll Oblivion Remastered. The motherfucker's available right now.
Let's call it what it is. It's a remastered.
Dude, it really is like a remastered,
Yeah.
because it does they did a lot with it, but like also left so much untouched. And did you have? Let's start right at the top. Obviously, like this is a big conversation. We're just gonna kind of free ball it. Because Devin, did you watch the showcase as it aired? Live streamed
Yes.
it.
I was at work waiting to clock in and I was like, it's okay if I clock in 15 minutes late. I need to watch this. So I sat in my
Yeah,
car
dude, it was 20
and
minutes. I
yeah.
literally just watched it in my office.
Yeah, I sat in my car and watched it on my phone and I was just like, "Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh." That was me the whole time.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
yeah. And I just want to say I told you it was going to come out same day. I fucking told you guys. Y'all doubted me. And it happened.
Uh, I did. I mean, I didn't. My hesitancy wasn't on necessarily that it was going to get released the same day. I wasn't sure they were going to unveil anything. Obviously, like yesterday, when they actually was just
Posted.
like, hey, we're gonna give you like a little teaser. Tomorrow we're gonna do a thing. I was just like, oh shit, it's actually definitely. And now it's for like now I know they're going to absolutely release it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like it's without a doubt. Like the reveal was like what 20-ish minutes.
Yeah,
It
it
wasn't
was.
super duper
I think it
long.
was like if I can actually find out right now. I think it was like the official reveal was 19 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, just like right under 20 minutes there. Not super long. They took some time to kind of and tell the players the players new and old what has changed in the game. Obviously, like the biggest things is that this is in a completely different engine. It's in Unreal Engine 5, and you're like, but they said this was a remaster. If it's made in a different engine, doesn't that make it a remake? Well, kinda, because they used like most of the same coding, and they didn't really like change any of the AI behaviors. They just updated a lot of things. We're talking like quality of life updates with like they changed the map and the HUD, and they obviously did a big graphical overhaul, and they changed the way that combat sort of functioned to smooth it out. But I've already seen some clips, and I was just like, yeah, you can still tell the original fucking game came out in 2006, dude. There was literally a line where like like one of the NPCs gives like the most boisterous like shit is going down. We have to go. And they raise their sword up and they're like, "Let's go." And then they just start walking instead of like running with any sort of urgency at all. They just like start like lumbering with weapon in hand, and I'm just like, yeah, fucking this is Oblivion still. At the end of the day, I saw somebody kill a fucking goblin, and the goblin spun off into the sky.
That's
And
perfect. That's what I
into the
want.
nether nothingness. And
That's
dude, okay, see, and which is so fucking funny to me because you are not the only individual to say that. And why does this fucking game get the pass on being a buggy piece of shit and being mid? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Because
just because there's a bug where it flies up in the air after you kill it does not mean it's a mid game, okay?
dude, no, original Oblivion, as much as I loved it, was a fucking janky ass game.
Dude, original Oblivion won game of the year.
Dude, that doesn't mean it wasn't janky as shit, dude.
Oh
And
yeah,
it didn't have so many
to think
fucking
about
flaws.
to think about the fact that a game came out like that though at the beginning of the Xbox 360 before they even had like 60 gigabit consoles, you know.
Oh yeah,
Look,
dude. I
like
know a lot of why the
that
game
the
looked the way it
Xbox
did
was
was just
still running
because of
off
storage
memory
limits.
cards and internal
Yep.
memory then. Like that was before they had the hard drives. Like that is insane. Like that is insane.
We've come a long way. 20
Yeah, we
years.
have. Yeah, we have. But I mean, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna give you guys some updates on it and stuff like that. One thing I do want to think is cool. Rebecca Valentine actually put out an article not too long ago. I saw this posted on Facebook. I like opened up Facebook and IGN posted this like as of at the time I saw it was like 5 minutes ago, and this is while we were reading our stories. I just want to skim over this because I think this is really cool because the conversation has been around, is Bethesda shitty for doing a remake when Skyblivion has been getting worked on? You know, that has been kind of a conversation that's floated around. Um so Rebecca Valentine put out, Bethesda gifts the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered keys to entire Skyblivion modding team. Gives the game to them for free. Um, so Elder Scrolls fans are praising Bethesda today after the developer gifted free game keys for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered to the entire team behind the Oblivion mod, Skyblivion. This was found posted on Twitter today from the official Skyblivion page. Huge thanks to our friends Bethesda for their continued support of Skyblivion. As massive fans, we're beyond grateful for the generous gift of the remastered game keys for our entire modding team. This means so much to us. Thank you for everything, is what they said. Um, so they posted on Blue Sky. Good. Yeah, fuck Twitter. So yeah, they shared the news of that, and so let's see here. So yeah, they've been remaking the game in Bethesda's creation engine, which is the engine that Skyrim runs in. So they announced back in 2021 that they were making this. So I wonder how long. I wonder when. I would like to know when Bethesda started making their remaster.
Yeah, I'm also curious as to when they plan to do this. I mean, it does feel. Was now the time? Do you feel like this was something like we were literally? It was like we're not quite at the 20-year anniversary. That'd be next year. Like they could have waited and done a 20-year anniversary something or other.
They could have.
They could have but I don't know why now.
I think because the hype was out there.
I mean, yeah, honestly, just the leaks creating that incidental hype was probably a large factor. You're probably not wrong there by any stretch. I don't know. The whole thing just feels a little weird. I know this is something people actually wanted. I will say that. People have. This is Oblivion being remastered is not who asked for this scenario. Fucking everybody. Everybody fucking asked for this.
I feel it was warranted. I mean, we've seen the before and afters. I think it looks great.
Oh yeah, this is one of those times where we're just like, oh yeah, it makes sense. The game is almost 20 years old, and it was originally created three console generations ago. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think
like that's ancient in tech years. Like, it deserved a remaster, and people really liked the game. I really liked the game. Like, fucking Oblivion was fucking fantastic. I mean, between you and me, I think pound for pound, the time I spent in Oblivion and the time I spent in Skyrim, I enjoyed my time in Oblivion more.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to this might beat out Skyrim for me finally, because I actually have been I like Skyrim more person. I have, but it could change because they changed a lot of the combat systems to be like Skyrim-ish. You know what I mean? And they also give you the choice to level up like you would in Skyrim or level up like classic Oblivion.
I did hear that they you had the option to opt into a smoother leveling experience. I've seen clips of that too. The new leveling experience looks better.
Yeah.
Personally.
So I'm interested to play this game because I think it's gonna feel like a new Elder Scrolls game to me, but like familiar but new. And
Dude, the graphic overhaul is fucking insane.
Yeah.
They almost overcorrected.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, like they really went there.
Yeah, they did it. They did it. You can tell there was a lot of care put into this. And what I really liked about it too is that they had a lot of the original Oblivion team that worked on the original game work on this one too. They even got the original voice cast to come back and do new lines and redo their voices and stuff like that to give it a more crisp sound, which I think is awesome. It also includes Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles. It's baked into the game. So
Dude, Knights of the Nine was okay, but Shivering Isles fucking slapped, dude.
And dude,
is still, I think that might be my favorite Elder Scrolls DLC expansion.
100%. I'm not even gonna argue with you.
Blood Moon from Morrowind is a pretty fucking big. That one's pretty close.
I will say Dawnguard though from Skyrim is fucking awesome.
Dawnguard was pretty goddamn good.
Dawnguard was really good. It took me in some places I wasn't expecting to go. I think it goes Shivering Isles, then Dawnguard for me, and then the Dragonborn DLC. Because that was
the Dragonborn DLC also really, really slapped. I don't remember much about the Knights of the Nine. I remember that one feeling more like a mission pack than like a real DLC where you just got like a cool armor set and weapon and shit at the end. It felt like one of those. Not bad. Obviously, it was a good enough quest that people remembered it. But I do remember like Shia Gorath was just such a fucking fantastic character to interact with, and oh my god, his graphical upgrade looks nuts.
Dude, the king too, the emperor, amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Holy shit, dude.
We got Cicero back in this shit too. I'm just excited. I'm excited to play this game like a lot. It's on Game Pass. We have it downloaded. It's just going to be a good time, and like I think I'm not saying that people need to praise Bethesda or Microsoft on this at all. But I just want to say, like, don't take something like this for granted. And it's gonna be, I think it's a good time.
It's only $50. They put it out for I'm sorry, $50 is more than a reasonable fucking price.
It's a huge game.
It really is.
It includes
a huge game for a complete engine remaster. It looks like there was a lot of heart put into this. This is one of the most like beloved RPGs of all time.
Yeah. And there's only a couple times I felt this way about a remake or remaster. You know, we had the Resident Evil remakes, fantastic. And then we had the remasters of the Mass Effect trilogy, which was fucking phenomenal. You know, and then you got to think about it too. This game's almost 20 years old. A lot of people, when it comes to Elder Scrolls, have probably only played Skyrim. That's their only Elder Scrolls experience.
Dude, 100%.
There's going to be a new generation playing this game now.
I have like a weird take, and I want to see if you agree with me. I could be way off base, and obviously, like I haven't played the game yet. I am just viewing this from the perspective of the gameplay I saw in the reveal and in the subsequent trailer. There were some times, and I do understand like the irony of the fucking statement I'm about to make. Please make. I get it. I get this is going to sound silly, in a roundabout way. But watching the combat in that game, I was like, huh, this looks an awful lot like Avowed.
That's funny. Avowed also made it in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, I think there was some similarities. And obviously, like, funny, and I know that's a funny statement to make because Avowed is so very obviously inspired by, older RPGs, including games such as Oblivion. And you can like it's weird to see like that influence kind of come full circle, and in the sense that they chose like the way that they chose to make their games combat look and feel a little similar was probably not like completely accidental. Like they obviously probably fell upon a formula because they have worked together on shared IPs and stuff before. So like I liked that similarity, especially because I'm of the mind that Avowed is a good game. Fuck you. If you disagree with me, you just don't have to play it. That's the beauty of video games. You don't have to play a game that I like. I can like whatever the hell I want. And I think this Oblivion remake is a really good thing. I like the fact that it's only a $50 remake is fucking insanely fantastic. The fact that it's got all of the DLC bundled in is great. I think the fact that there is a deluxe edition for $60, which includes cosmetic horse armor, is actually the funniest fucking thing that Bethesda's ever done. I might end up buying the deluxe edition just to be like, I fucking see what you did there. Because it's funny. In case you've lived in a fucking hole for the last 20 years, there is a meme and just ridiculous comment about how like Bethesda like doomed all of gaming with like the first like DLC pack, like pre-order package and deluxe passage, and theirs for Oblivion was a $2 edition, and it was for horse armor. And everyone's just like, really? $2 fucking for horse armor?
It was actually $10. It was $10 back then.
Oh, was it $10? Well,
Yeah.
it's still $10 for horse armor. And they're like $10 for horse armor, and now y'all are just fucking paying $10 for jiggly thighs, Marvel Rivals players. Who's spending money on frivolous shit now? But I do think it's ridiculously funny that they included that. It's obviously not the same armor from the original. It's like a completely fresh set of horse armor. But if you want to relive the ridiculous meme that may or may not have started all pre-order bonuses and deluxe edition bonuses for all time, you can go buy the deluxe edition for $60, which is still $10 under all other AAA game prices. And makes no mistake, this has some old AI stuff, but you're probably still going to get a AAA experience out of playing this remaster, I'd gather. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you are 100%. And yeah, I'm trying to see, do they have a like a deluxe upgrade? Because I might just hop on that and just do the upgrade and play the Game
Oh,
Pass
in the
version.
Game Pass?
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if they did. They do seem to do that for their first party stuff.
Mhm.
Spending $10 just for horse armor is I would have
No,
I
there's
could do
supposed to be
that.
a lot more included
I
with
know
it though.
it's not just that, but I mean I would still do that for the
Yeah.
walls. It's 10
So if you
bucks.
are going to get the
But
deluxe edition, you are going to play this game. Has talking about this game made you a little bit more excited and thinking about it making you want to play it?
I mean, obviously, I'm going to play it on Game Pass first. I'm sincerely hoping it will be a solid and, like, obviously more than playable
Mhm.
experience on the Series S. I'll let you guys know if I have any subpar experiences or what have you. It's probably something I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna like completely like commit to playing, replaying the Oblivion campaign and DLCs in the remaster. That's kind of the thing that I'm definitely on the fence on. But I don't have like a ton of games I'm really looking forward to right now. I do have some that I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to Sunderfolk. I'm absolutely going to play Days Gone Remastered. I was literally just like fucking around on my New Game Plus that I restarted back in like goddamn 2023, like just yesterday. I like fiddle fuck around on it every now and then. I'm
Mhm.
excited about the new upcoming Slow Clap game Rematch, which is just like anime soccer
Oh,
the
that looks
game.
amazing. That looks
Right? Doesn't that look fun?
amazing.
So like I do have games I'm coming out or that are coming out that I'm kind of excited for in like the next couple of months, but I'm not like super hype on a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I think I'm in a little bit of a gaming limbo now that like I beat South of Midnight and it's left my soul empty for something that I can't fill, which sucked because Sinners immediately refilled it, and now I'm just like, oh, so I got two fucking fantastic like Southern Gothic experiences back to back, and
Mhm.
now I can never experience them for the first time ever again, and it leaves a hole inside me, Devin. You need to play
Yeah.
that game, and you need like all the way to the end, and you need to go see Sinners. But I digress. Dude, how many points do you think this bad boy is gonna fucking get you
What do you mean?
on your fantasy critic?
I'm expecting it at least scores 85. Um, I'm hoping it doesn't get review bombed and that it goes up to a 91 or 92.
Dude, why do you really think it has the potential to get review bombed for real?
Dude, people hate Bethesda.
I do understand that people kind of lost the magic for Bethesda after the launch of Starfield. I'm in that camp. I'm not salty about it. I still
Mhm.
like Bethesda games. Like I will still fucking play. I will still regularly play Fallout 76. Like I don't give a shit what you think about that game. That game brings me enjoyment. Uh, and so I don't hate Bethesda games. Like I liked Fallout 4, but if I'm gonna be honest, if you had to tell me would you rather play Fallout 4 or 76, I'm gonna be like, I would rather play Fallout 76. I honestly. Um and like I love Skyrim. I've played I have hundreds of hours in Skyrim. I obnoxious, and that's just on my Steam, dude. That's not counting on my fucking Switch or on Xbox or my goddamn PlayStation, because you know I own one of them motherfucking copies on every console. It's fucking Skyrim, bro.
I own Skyrim on Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC, Switch, and PS3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking same.
I own it
like
everywhere.
I have it on like everything that I bought it on. My favorite thing to play Skyrim on is honestly my Switch. Like, swear
Dude,
to God,
honestly, it's
that
a
is the
great
fucking. That's it.
experience.
I
have a question
love
for
playing
you.
Skyrim on my Switch.
Do you think Oblivion remake or remastered comes to Switch 2?
Switch 2. I was thinking about this afternoon. I think they'd be fucking fools not to.
I think if it can run Cyberpunk, I think it can run Oblivion
Oh
Remastered.
yeah, dude. I think the biggest thing is it's going to take them time to port that bad boy.
Yeah, because it was definitely designed for, the current consoles and stuff. I think they could do it. I think they can do it.
Oh yeah, I think they could easily do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, how much time do you think you're gonna spend in this game?
A lot.
Did you see all the quality of what changes are you excited for the most?
To tell you the truth, I haven't played this game since Xbox 360. It's probably been about 15 years since I've played this game.
Shit, man. When was the last time I played Oblivion? I do.
This is gonna feel like a new game for me.
I feel like I played Oblivion on one of its. It was Oblivion on Switch?
No,
Didn't get ported there. No. Then where the fuck did I play it?
it hasn't been ported anywhere outside of PC, PlayStation.
I think
it must,
dude. Shit, man. It must. What was the last PlayStation it was on? It wasn't on PlayStation 4, right?
PS3.
Yeah, dude. That means it must have been since 360 for me too. Fuck.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of excited to play this game. It's I feel like I'm gonna get that Elder Scrolls itch scratched. You know what I'm saying? Because it is going to feel new. I think it's gonna feel new and nostalgic at the same time. And
Dude, I probably can't even remember. I can't
it's
tell you
gonna
what that map
be
looks like.
it's gonna be hilarious too, like in the best way. Like when you're doing something, you'll be like, "Oh, I've done this before. I remember."
It's gonna be like the weirdest deja vu session ever.
Yeah, and I'm actually really excited for that because I can't remember the last time I had that feeling with a game.
Oh, and for all you folks out there that are just like, all right, what are we doing tomorrow? Stop. It's not happening. It's never gonna happen. Morrowind is like it is a fucking stretch to request Morrowind as a remake. As a Morrowind stan, somebody who adores the fuck out of that game. That game it's so fucking old, guys. If you want, like, that game would literally you can't remaster that bitch. It would have to be a full remake. You would have to redo that game.
And I'll say this right now. I'd rather get Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, me too. Which and they said in the showcase, they're like, huge, is like, which is obviously being worked on. And I was just like, well, God, we fucking hope so, Todd.
Yeah,
like,
I think I mean, they did have another studio work on this game, on this remaster.
Yes, I do believe their primary team is now working on Elder Scrolls 6 now that Starfield has released. Now, I will say I'm still in the camp that I'm not excited. Like, after Starfield, I personally am not necessarily excited for Elder Scrolls 6. I want it to be a fantastic game. I'm going to try it. My hype for it is very, very low until I see a lot more from what it's going to offer me as a player.
I liked Starfield like a lot. It's not a perfect game, but I liked it a lot.
And I know you do, dude. I know you love. I know you like.
I know time quite with Starfield. People. And it's not a bad game.
I'm not saying it is. It was just not the experience
I wanted. It's an 8.5 out of 10 game, easy.
Yeah, there was just a lot left to be desired from what I desired out of a sci-fi game of that nature. I think it had some stuff going for it, but ultimately, like, I could just see that I was not like the. It had the Bethesda formula, but its overall gameplay, like, I could tell was not for me as a player. I was like, I'm not really going to enjoy this one. And like, I know a lot of people that have. I mean, obviously, like, enough people have played it that it's got like an expansion now that it's come out. Right, it's come out.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's coming. I couldn't remember.
With another one on
That's
the
come
way.
out now
With
with
another
another expansion. Like, it's like the game's obviously being supported. People play it. I might go back and try it again. You know, never say never
It's
say
actually
never.
in
Right?
a lot better of a spot now too. It has all the quality of life improvements and stuff like that. There's also there's like different buggies and vehicles you can drive around to explore planets now too. There's world maps on.
I did remember hearing about that.
Yeah, there's
And
world
so
maps
like
everywhere too.
I've not lost hope in Bethesda, not in the same way I have with, like, say Ubisoft.
Or Bungie.
Or yeah, fucking Bungie. I'm like that. Yeah, that's dude. Like, hope. That's beyond hope lost, dude. I like they're irredeemable in my eyes. Like, I'll never play another Bungie fucking thing. Like, Marathon can kiss my ass. And so I've not lost like the magic of Bethesda. I do think Bethesda has kind of lost their way a little bit, and that they're trying to find their way back as to what they would like to be. I think this is just a great celebration of a fantastic RPG that deserves to be celebrated. I'm glad that people are in a place right now in the gaming sphere where they're able to be happy and rejoice around bugs. Like, I'm sorry, games don't have to be perfect to be entertaining. And like the fact that I've literally seen dozens and dozens of posts in the last 8 hours about how if this game isn't riddled with bugs, they don't want it. That y'all need to actually lower your expectations with some of these other fucking games. Like, I think if we can clamor for bugs in a game where the bugs made it a physically more enjoyable and entertaining experience, that when other games experience jank in the modern era, where games have come an insanely long fucking way, we can chill out, right? We can give people a little bit of leniency because making games is insanely fucking hard, and I'd like to see you do better. That's kind of where I always stand on that argument. You can't make that fucking game, so shut up. But I think Bethesda's just put a ton of love into this, and they're celebrating a title that they know changed the course of how they operate RPGs forever, right? Oblivion is wildly different than Morrowind in almost every fucking way. Morrowind is great. It's a great game, but Oblivion changed RPGs in the way that I look at RPGs forever.
Yeah. And this was I played this before Morrowind personally, and this was my awakening to open world RPGs for me.
Dude, there was
Because like
so much to do,
I
so
grew
much
up
to explore.
I grew up playing Final Fantasy games and like Legend of the Dragoon and like Dark Cloud and
Yeah, linear arena-based, turn-based experiences.
and there was a game that was a little bit more like and like Kingdom Hearts as well. I grew up playing Kingdom Hearts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was my introduction to like Western RPGs was this game. And then I played Fallout 3 after that, and then Fallout New Vegas, and then Skyrim. And then, it just went
Yeah.
from there. And
See,
there's so
yeah,
many
dude.
like
It
open
was,
world
and
RPGs now.
this is a great game to have that awakening too. Like,
Mhm.
mine was definitely Morrowind. I played an insane amount of that game as a fucking child, dude.
Mhm.
Like, an insane amount of Morrowind. Uh, all, like, literally beat all of the DLCs. Had wasted tons and tons of printer ink on GameFAQs guides. Like,
Same.
just played the fucking fuck out of Morrowind. I remember having like the physical uh Prima guide for Oblivion. I remember actually having that bad boy. And dude, Oblivion was just, Oblivion felt surreal, man, when it released. It was it really was like Skyrim was different, but there was just something about the way that Oblivion looked in the era of gaming that it was in when it released that it just I don't know. It had whimsy. It had whimsy. Is that too much to say? I felt like it had whimsy. And like I don't know, the game
I
just
don't
had
think so
like
at
the
all.
color palette of that game was really fantastic. And like I felt like it drew you into its game world as a player and just every aspect that it had to offer, despite the fact that it had a ton of fucking bugs and weird shit. And that you could do the weirdest shit, and then all of a sudden, like you could just be like click, and then close your menu really fast, and like 50,000 like mana potions would just fall onto the goddamn street, and you could
Dude, I'm
you
wondering
dupe the
if they're
fucking
gonna have
shit.
I wonder if they're gonna have that duplication script glitch in this, because me and my brother used to duplicate scrolls.
Oh, dude, I'm sure that some of the more game-breaking bugs have been ironed out in one manner or another, right? They
Mhm.
did kind of hamper the experience. But it's nice to know that for the majority, they've left like the heart of this game intact, despite the ridiculous amount of overhauling on the combat and the quality of life and the graphics. And
Mhm.
obviously, this is just fucking players rejoice. Like we finally got a remaster that we wanted, and that was done in a manner that we should probably hold all remasters to going forward.
The important thing, it looks like it was done with care, and that's all I need, you know?
Yeah, not
That's
just a paycheck. It looked like it
exactly.
was done because they wanted to do it this way. And they said that they chose to do it this way because they didn't want to remake the game. They wanted to keep as much as the original game intact as they could. And I think
Mhm.
they went about doing it the best way that they possible. They knew that the engine that the game was originally created in didn't make sense to reutilize here. So they used everything they possibly could from the game's original DNA, transferred into a new engine, and created, honestly, a fucking gaming work of art. Like I'm excited to boot this up. Are you gonna boot this up today?
Tonight,
Oh
literally
yeah.
tonight. I was gonna even suggest, like, hey, let's get done with this so we can, get at it. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
Uh,
which is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say honestly, we've really covered it. Like Oblivion is back, baby. We have the 9 realms to go fucking save. Tamriel needs us. The Emperor has been assassinated, and the only thing that can stop the gates of Oblivion coming forth is fucking us, baby.
that's right.
Because this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your source for all of the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you liked what you heard, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Good Kraken Pods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. You can help us level up our game by joining the GK community over on our Discord channel by clicking the link in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have to go, everyone, but until next time, stop! You've broken the law!
Cheese! I want cheese!